So I want to talk about the dynamics of energetic manipulation and quantum entanglement. And this is going to be an analytical perspective. Energetic manipulation, quantum entanglement, and psychological influence intersect in often complex and controversial ways. Think of the scenario wherein an individual trained in psychiatry and the psychological sciences employs intimate relationships as a mechanism for energetic entanglement and manipulation. And this poses critical ethical questions about human consciousness, value judgments, spiritual autonomy. This video is going to examine these concepts by exploring the mechanisms of energetic cords, quantum entanglement, emotional access points, and the implications of dream manipulation and energy harvesting. We need to understand first, of course, how energetic cords and quantum entanglement are parallels of one another. Energetic cords are often described in metaphysical and spiritual frameworks as invisible connections formed between individuals through emotional, physical, and spiritual interactions. These cords, particularly when formed through intimate relationships, are believed to establish energetic pathways through which emotions and energy can flow. Quantum entanglement is a scientific concept, a phenomenon observed in quantum physics. Occurs when two particles become interconnected such that the state of one instantly influences the state of another, regardless of distance. When applied metaphorically to human connections, it is proposed that energetic cords created through intimate bonds could establish an entangled state, enabling remote influence and energetic exchanges. The parallel suggests that just as entangled particles are influenced by each other regardless of distance, individuals connected by energetic cords might experience reciprocal emotional or energetic influences across distances. So, what is the role of psychological training in energetic manipulation? An individual with psychological expertise possesses a profound understanding of cognitive processes, emotional vulnerabilities, and behavioral patterns. When such knowledge is used for manipulative purposes, it can create an avenue for accessing and influencing another person's mental and emotional states. The process begins with the creation of an emotional wound or access point. The emotional wounds, especially those resulting from trauma or unresolved experiences, can serve as gateways for deeper psychological and energetic influence. By exploiting these wounds, an energy manipulator could deepen the connection, reinforcing the energetic cord and enhancing the influence over the target's cognitive and emotional processes. So let's talk about brain mapping, spiritual teleportation, and the electromagnetic fields. Brain mapping involves understanding and potentially influencing the neural pathways and processes that govern thoughts, memories, and emotions. In the context of energetic manipulation, it is theorized that an individual could use their understanding of brain function to navigate and influence the target's consciousness remotely, right? Thus, spiritual teleportation, in contrast, while less scientifically grounded, is conceptualized as the ability to project one's consciousness to different locations, including another person's dreamscape. This could be facilitated by the use of energetic cords, allowing the manipulator, the psychic manipulator, to traverse interconnected energetic pathways and invade the subconscious realms of the target. Furthermore, parallels can be drawn between astral travel and the electromagnetic fields of the brain. The brain's electromagnetic activity through oscillating brain waves could theoretically interact with the external energy fields. Such interactions might provide a medium for spiritual or astral experiences, connecting the internal consciousness with external energetic environments. So let's talk about the concept of wholeness, limited consciousness, and the brain fields. The concept of wholeness or oneness refers not only to humans but also of all creation. Similarly, consciousness may not wholly exist inside the human brain. One consciousness could permeate the whole universe as a limitless energy. Thus, human consciousness can be regarded as limited or partial in character. According to the limited consciousness concept, humans perceive projected waves or wave vortices as a waveless item. Therefore, human limited consciousness collapses the wave function or energy of the particles. Accordingly, we are only able to perceive them as particles. With this limited concept, the wave vortex or wave movement comes into review, which also seems to have a limited concept. In other words, the limited projected wave concept. Notably, this wave vortex seems to embrace photonic light as well as electricity and anything in between them, which gives a sense of dimension to our brain. These elements of limited projective wave vortex and limitless energy, consciousness, may coexist in our brain as electric directional pilot wave and quantum diffused oneness of waves. These are brain waves, respectively, with both of them giving rise to one brain field. Abnormality in either the electrical or the quantum field or their fusion may lead to abnormal brain function. Now let's talk about shapeshifting through memories and faces. Memories are powerful constructs that shape human perception, emotions, and behaviors. By accessing these memories, an energy manipulator could exploit emotional responses to reinforce their influence. Shapeshifting in this context refers to the manipulator's ability to assume forms or faces familiar to the target, thereby gaining trust or evoking specific emotional reactions. This process could involve mimicking or triggering memories associated with strong emotional states. For example, appearing as a familiar figure in dreams or using evocative memories can manipulate perceptions in a way that would facilitate deeper psychological and energetic control. Now, why would we want to do that? Let's talk about harvesting and siphoning of energetic responses. Energetic harvesting is the process of extracting emotional or spiritual energy from another individual. Emotional states such as fear, desire, sadness, or even euphoria can produce potent energetic responses. Through dream invasion and emotional manipulation, the energy manipulator could provoke these states to harvest the resultant energy. This form of siphoning could manifest through recurrent dream scenarios that are designed to evoke specific emotions. The manipulator, connected via the energetic cord, could extract the energy generated by these emotions and use it to sustain their own energetic needs. What are the ethical implications and the psychological impact of all of this? The ethical implications of such manipulation are profound. Consent, autonomy, and psychological integrity are violated when an individual is subjected to non-consensual energetic influence. The psychological impact on the target can be severe, leading to confusion, emotional distress, disrupted sleep patterns, and diminished spiritual well-being. Victims of such manipulation may experience intrusive thoughts, nightmares, and a persistent sense of energetic depletion. The manipulation of memories and emotions can also lead to cognitive dissonance, where the individual struggles to reconcile their experiences with reality. So, what are some defense mechanisms? Well, obviously, turning to the Bible, turning to prayer, turning to God, or turning to whoever you view as the divine in whatever spiritual or religious way you choose to worship the divine, you turn to that particular belief because it will give you help, it will give you healing. Meditation, visualization, energy healing, Reiki healing can cleanse and strengthen the energetic field. Emotional healing, you address and resolve emotional wounds to close potential access points for manipulation. Dream projection, utilizing protective visualizations or symbols before sleep could help to safeguard your subconscious. Psychological boundaries. Boundaries. Strengthening mental resilience through therapy, mindfulness, and self-awareness is helpful. Spiritual practices, as I mentioned earlier, include reinforcing your personal sovereignty and protection, turning to the powers that be for assistance, and surrendering your struggles to them. From a scientific standpoint, the concept of energetic cords and spiritual teleportation, while it may lack empirical evidence, is still a fascinating concept. Quantum entanglement is a verified phenomenon as but as applied to human consciousness and energy exchange, maybe this may lack some evidentiary support. Nonetheless, psychological explanations, such as experiences that happen in the subconscious process, sleep disorders, and these emotional biases, they do hold significant weight for those who perceive them as genuine. And I'll tell you, I'll be the first in line. The intersection of energetic manipulation, quantum entanglement, and psychological influence here is a complex and multifaceted scenario. It's not to be taken lightly. And remember, when things happen, whether you believe them or not isn't going to stop them from happening. They can happen, and this world can have no explanation for how they happen, but you're looking for some kind of answers. This is a struggle in personal sovereignty and psychological health. Understanding the dynamics of the science and the spirituality allows us to recognize these potential manipulative influences and take proactive and protective measures. Validation may be limited, but the experiences of individuals who are coming back with these accounts needs to evoke in us some sort of supportive ways of helping people who are reporting these experiences. We need to be self-aware. We need to find out how to heal. We need to use interventional and intentional practices to protect ourselves, to throw up shields where necessary, to foster ethical awareness, and to respect personal autonomy, which is paramount